part 5 of the chapter Common of Standard 10th. We are here now going to discuss what are soaps and detergents. So, most of the people think that soaps and detergents are the same things, whereas it is not. So, we will discuss this specifically. What are soaps? Soaps are actually they are the sodium and potassium salts of higher fatty acids. Now, what do you mean by higher fatty acids? Higher fatty acids are carboxylic acids containing 12 or more carbon atoms. For example, stearic acid is a very common soap. So, why do we use soaps, or what are the advantages of soaps? Soap is cheaper and readily available than a detergent. It works well with soft water. Now, what do you mean by soft water? Soft water means the water which does not contain the salts of calcium and magnesium. This water is called as soft water. So, in case soft water is present, soaps are very good for that. They will give you a lot of foam and they will be effective also in taking away the dirt. Then the third and the biggest advantage of soap is it is 100% biodegradable, and hence it does not lead to any type of environmental pollution, especially water pollution. But there are few disadvantages of soaps also. What is the first thing? The first thing is that it does not work well with hard water. So as we have discussed, water containing salts of calcium or magnesium are termed as hot water, as hard water, because the soaps they react with the calcium and magnesium part and they make a precipitate called scum. Now this scum will make the soap ineffective and it will lose its capacity to clear or to clean the dirt which is there. So this is a simple example. Calcium which is acting with sodium stearate will give you, this is called scum. This is an undesirable product during cleaning and it will not help in cleaning at all. Second is with magnesium also the same thing. So again this is a scum part, useless part. So because it forms a scum, we find that soap forms less lather or foam. Now if foam is not formed, obviously the cleaning capacity of the soap decreases. The second point is soap is not good for washing woolen materials. For woolen materials we do not require, or we cannot say that it is effective, because these woolen garments are basic in nature generally, but your woolen garments will have acidic dyes. Normal garments are basic in nature, but woolen garment have acidic dyes. So already soap is having a part of acids, and this hence it will be termed as ineffective against woolen clothes. The third is soaps are also less effective in saline water which having some other salts, and it is also ineffective in acidic water. So to overcome the deficiencies of the soaps, scientists have devised detergents for effective cleaning. So what is the meaning of detergents? So detergents are termed as the salts, sodium and potassium salts of sulfonic acids of hydrocarbon alkenes. So what do they have? They have this SO3Na or SO4Na group. So because of this, the character changes and it becomes more effective for cleaning. What is the example? Sodium lauryl sulfate. So we will discuss what are the advantages of detergents over soaps, because they have been designed and formulated for a special cause. So what is that things? So we'll see. First is detergents can work even with hard water, whereas we have already seen that soaps do not work with hard water. Second is detergents can also be used in saline or acidic water. So this is of a great importance for cleaning purposes. The solubility of soaps in water is lesser than the solubility of detergents, means detergents are more soluble in water than soaps. The fourth is detergents can be used for washing woolen clothes, whereas we had already seen that soaps cannot be used. So that gives it an advantage. And the fifth is detergents having linear hydrocarbon chains are biodegradable. So special ones are biodegradable. Then there are one or two disadvantages of detergents over the soaps. So what is the first thing? These synthetic detergents, they have branched hydrocarbon chains. Now whenever they are having branched hydrocarbon chains, now these are not fully biodegradable because they are not fully decomposed by the organisms, and thus they will create water pollution. Water bodies will be polluted because of this. The second is they are more expensive than soaps. So we will just take a table and just see and compare soaps and detergents. So what are the differences between soaps and detergents? So soaps, as we have seen, are sodium and potassium salts of fatty acids, whereas detergents are sodium and potassium salts of sulfonic acids. So soaps have COONA group, whereas they have CO3 groups. The detergents, they have SO3Na group or SO4Na group also. Soaps, they do not work well with hard water, acidic water, saline water. All these types, they fail to act, whereas detergents will act well with hard water, acidic water as well as saline water. The fourth point is soaps are fully biodegradable, whereas some detergents which have branched chains do not fully biodegrade, whereas some which have straight chain hydrocarbons, they are biodegradable. Soaps do not work well with garments, whereas detergents are very effective against woolen garments. Soaps may cause irritation to skin because of their characteristics, but detergents have been prepared in such a way that they do not cause any skin irritation to the person handling it. Soaps take a lot of time to dissolve, whereas the solubility of detergents in water is more than that of soaps. One of the examples of a soap is sodium stearate, whereas one of the example of detergent is sodium lauryl sulfate. Now, after having seen this, we can study what is the cleaning action of soaps and detergents. So how do they basically exist? So soaps and detergents, they basically have a large hydrocarbon tail. So if you see, this is the tail, which is a hydrocarbon tail. It is having a negatively charged head. Now this head part, it is negatively charged. So now the tail, it is hydrophobic. Hydrophobic means it is water hating or water repelling, whereas the negatively charged head is called hydrophilic. Hydrophilic means water loving. So we can see this structure. So this is the hydrophobic group, this is the tail part, whereas if you see this, as we call, is the head part, which is hydrophilic, it loves water. So this is the structure of a soap missile and the structure of a detergent. Now what exactly does it do? So when they are dissolved in water, the water molecules being more polar, they surround the ions and they do not surround the hydrocarbon part of the molecule. So when we are mixing it in water, we can see this part is there. So this is the hydrocarbon. So tails always go outside and the head part, which is hydrophobic, they will always attach itself to the grease or the oil or the dirt part of this, and this will form a missile. Now this missile will on agitation, they will rise up in the water and can be easily rinsed away. So what exactly happens is the tails stick inwards. Now if you see this figure, now this is the head and the tail. So all the tails, if you see, they are sticking to this oil and grease. Now this is the oil and grease part. This is the oil and grease part of this dirt which is present on the surface of any cloth. Now when it attaches itself, so they will make a covering for the oil or the dirt or the grease, and when water is agitated. For example, you know, tumble wash and all, rinsing and all these washing machines have that. What do they do? So when water is agitated, when that is agitated, it is shaken very vigorously. So what happens? Because of this physical or the mechanical this thing, all the fragments are, they are separated out and they come out on the surface of the water, and with rinsing of the water they are rinsed away. So this is what they do. So this is how we see that they form small globules of dirt which are, this is oily. So most of the thing which stick to the body is oily dirts, and this is how we can see. So there is one more this thing. So this is stepwise. This is the first step. What happens? The soap or the detergent, it dissolves in water. Now this is the surface, this is the grease, and these are the small micelles. They are dissolving water. Now once they are dissolved, what they do? The surfactant ions, they orient themselves in the grease and water. Orientation means, as we see here, all the tails will start sticking to the grease or the oily or the dirt part, because they are hydrophobic, so they love oil, so they come and stick there. Then what happens? Agitation. Agitation means shaking of the clothes which are soaked in water. Now this agitation begins to separate out the grease from the surface, so they are dislodged from the surface. Now if you see, this is the surface of the, what we say, the cloth. Now when you agitate it, slowly you will see there is lifting of this, and ultimately we see the lifting continues and it will form like this. Now when this forms and still the process continues, we will form all this oil and dirt part have been lifted away completely and successfully by the soaps or the detergents, and which results in a clean surface. So this is the surface of the cloth which is cleaned now. So this is how soaps and detergents work. Thank you.